Welcome to Monday Night Raw live in Portland, Oregon, and we should sign off there with Seth freaking Rollins, a man who's been trying to get his hands on John Cena for the past couple of weeks. As with John Cena's current contract, it means that John Cena has to defend the World Heavyweight Championship when he pleases, and that he doesn't have to defend it in usual rules here in WWE. But Seth Rollins is out here, seemingly in good spirits, despite getting jumped by Carmelo Hayes at Backlash, where he was meant to be facing John Cena, was hoping to face John Cena anyway for the championship. And John Cena came out last week and said that Seth Rollins, isn't the future of WWE. People like Carmelo Hayes are the future, and that isn't hard to dispute. That Carmelo Hayes is the future of WWE, and that Carmelo Hayes was just following through on what John Cena asked him to do. But like I said, Seth Rollins seems in, albeit a jovial mood here tonight, despite everything going down, as the crowd sing his song. And Seth freaking Rollins, as we build towards SummerSlam, is looking to get his hands on John Cena, and has, it seems, a few words for us here tonight. But before we do so, let's take a quick look back at what happened last night, a few nights ago, at Saturday night's main event, before Seth Rollins delivers his message. And as we take a quick look at the action from Saturday night's main event, I recommend you go back on the channel and check out. You can see in the top right hand of your screen currently the video. I recommend you go back and check out Saturday night's main event to see the incredible action you're seeing the highlights are for. Here I can see Bitter End was hit by Pete Dunne as he was challenged Penta for the Intercontinental Championship and was so close to becoming the champion right there, but Penta kicked out. And later in the match, Penta would hit a Mexican Destroyer here, busting open Pete Dunne in the process, and hit the Penta driver to retain the IC Championship. And what was a great match between these two opened the show in great fashion, having a great match between each other. And after that, we saw a hellacious no DQ match between Ricky Saints and Ethan Page, used to looking to settle their differences with one another that have had over the past couple of months. And as you can see, Inigo's head was hit through the table onto the concrete and one onto the steel steps inside the ring. And Ricky Saints, you can see, was bleeding all over the place in this one. And that was enough in the end to get the victory over Ricky Saints and Ethan Page. And our main event was Solo Sikoa challenging for the undisputed WWE Championship here. A Samoan Spike here on Cody Rhodes, who dug down deep to manage to kick out there. Then Solo would call on help from the bloodline, but that wouldn't come as Big Jim, Sami Zayn, and most notably of all, a returning Roman Reigns would stop the assault of the bloodline, sparing Jacob Fatu, having a quick stare down with Solo, allowing Rhodes to recover and hit a trifecta of Crossroads to retain the title that Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns for in the main event of WrestleMania 40. Obviously, the bloodline issues between Reigns and Solo seem to be setting the stage right now for Roman. We'll hear from Roman probably pretty soon, as Rhodes retain the action. Let's get it back into our action tonight. Wonderful people of Oregon, live tonight here in Portland. I am Seth freaking Rollins, your revolutionary, your visionary, and tonight I'm in a fantastic mood, and I've got some great news that I just got told backstage by Adam Pearce that even shocked me. So I thought I'd grab a microphone, come straight out here and tell you fantastic people all about it. And despite all the politics, all the red tape, despite the backroom deals, the phone calls, and the favours being pulled by certain people, this match is official. John Cena has to defend the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. However, it isn't against me right now. It's an open slot. You see, John Cena's people and the Rock's people are doing what they can to stop me from getting at him, because they know what we all know, that once I do, I'm going to stomp Cena's face into the mat, ruin his Hollywood career, and once again become World Heavyweight Championship. Because Cena, you've been dragging the title that I made relevant through the dirt the past couple of weeks and months since winning it at WrestleMania. And even though your people have been pulling strings backstage, they couldn't stop this, and they cannot stop the inevitable, which is you coming to grips with that you're just a faded out bumper sticker on a car that ran out of gas 10 years ago. And when at SummerSlam, Cena, when you're standing across from me, hopefully it's going to be me, you're going to realise there's no movie director yelling cut when things get too real, because at SummerSlam, best believe, with everything you've been doing, it's going to get real ugly, and real ugly quick for you, John. And you're not the franchise anymore. Like I said, So bring your boardroom staff, bring your boardroom bodyguards, bring a desperate last run, because when it's all said and done, I'm walking out of SummerSlam, once again, World Heavyweight Champion. Your Fury, I got your text saying, yeah, I'm feeling better, but what's the certain news you've got for me? And like I said, I'm feeling better from what I had last week. Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better. And, well, Adam Pearce has found out you're feeling better. And, well, he's putting you in a match that you kind of forced me into last week against Oba Femi. So you're going to be in that match because you're feeling better. So clearly you're up for action if you're feeling good. And last week you forced me into that match. You didn't even come down to ringside to help me out. Apparently, like you said, you were ill, so you couldn't do so. But I'll be down there with you at ringside, and I'll see you out there. So if I was you, I could get ready real quickly because your match is the first one tonight. What? Hang on. I'm gonna talk to Pearce because I'm not actually feeling that good. So I'm gonna talk to Pearce and get myself out of this. And well, as we just saw backstage, we're kicking off the show. We're our first matchup of the show, I should say, with a match that should happen last week between Grayson Waller and this man, Oba Femi, who made his debut to the main roster on Monday Night Raw last week, defeating Austin Theory in a match that Theory was not scheduled for. But due to Grayson Waller being, in quotation marks, ill, Theory had to fill in for him and take on Oba Femi.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 273 pounds, Oba Femi.
And well, also Grayson Waller told Theory that he would have been out there at ringside with him, but he never turned up during the matchup. Austin Theory kept checking for him, but he never appeared. And Austin Theory did hang in the ring with Oba Femi. Oba Femi brought the best out of Austin Theory. He literally riled up Austin Theory to the point where Theory would bring out the best of himself in that matchup, as Oba Femi wanted the best match possible for him to debut in and prove what he's worth here in WWE. He ruled NXT and is now looking to rule a new landscape here in WWE here on Monday nights. But the question is Grayson Waller going to turn up for this one? So I'm hearing that Grayson Waller's been protesting backstage the whole time to Adam Pearce and Triple H in gorilla position. And it does seem that the Aussie Icon is being, well, forced into this matchup. And the whole time Oba Femi was making his way out here, Grayson Waller was complaining backstage. I could hear him through the headset saying that he isn't 100% for this matchup, that he is not better, and just claimed that he was better to make Austin Theory feel better. And well, as you can see, there's no Austin Theory at ringside just yet anyway, so maybe Theory's going to give Grayson Waller a taste of his own medicine and do exactly what Grayson did to him last week and leave him hanging high and dry in the ring here tonight against Oba Femi. And well, last week, AJ Styles, the man that Austin Theory and Grayson Waller attacked a few weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, told Austin Theory to ditch Grayson Waller as Grayson Waller's using him, and Austin Theory seemed a little bit perplexed by that. And we need to see how that develops here. Well, Grayson Waller is just not happy, is complaining to Alicia Taylor and the timekeeper that is not 100%, that he is ill, as Oba Femi just holds the high ground in the ring. And well, Grayson Waller is, well, irate here at ringside. And Waller now just arguing with Roger Pat, the referee. And what Oba Femi, I think Oba Femi's had enough of this here. And Oba Femi's going to get this matchup underway here. Oba Femi looking to launch Grayson Waller up free. If Grayson Waller's not feeling too well, then this won't do him much help. As not Austin Theory, I should say, Grayson Waller now on the receiving end of a beatdown here by Oba Femi with some shots here to the liver and the midsection. But Grayson Waller answers back there. A huge chop at a couple of forearms here. And a super kick there to Oba Femi. Well, Grayson Waller, didn't realise that wasn't enough to take down Oba Femi, as Oba Femi now with an emphatic one-handed choke slam. Wiping out Grayson Waller there. Well, Grayson Waller's in the thick of it now. He's got to fight now as a suplex tossed it by Oba Femi. Showcasing the strength and power that he has as Grayson Waller with a quick kick there. And Grayson Waller now looking to maybe steal this one and steal a victory over Oba Femi. But Oba Femi kicks out there. As Waller now goes to the rope here. As Waller catches him with a quick kick there to the face. And looking to fight with a DDT, but Oba Femi out of the way. Now looking for a backbreaker and does so there. And what Oba Femi last week looked impressive in action and looks impressive again here tonight. So Oba Femi now sending him up. One-handed spine buster there. Well, Oba Femi is going to be a problem here on Monday Night Raw for a lot of superstars. Oba Femi now looking for that huge lariat, but Grayson Waller out of the way, the spinning back over there, drops Oba Femi there. So Grayson Waller gets the DDT this time. And Grayson Waller believing that could be enough to put away Oba Femi. But Oba kicks out at 2. Well, Grayson Waller continuously complaining towards the referee during this match that it's not 100%, that he is still ill. And now delivering some backovers here to Oba Femi here as Grayson Waller is looking good in this one. As Oba Femi now putting himself up on the outside of the ring here on the apron. And Oba Femi now just pushing Grayson Waller away there. And Oba Femi catches him with another choke slam. As Oba Femi now just looking to grab him up by the head here and just launch him across the ring here. Well, Grayson Waller's in a bad way here. So Oba Femi looking for the kick there, but Grayson Waller out of the way there. And Grayson Waller now getting out of dodge. And Grayson Waller just, well, mouthing off at the crowd here. As Oba Femi is going to join him at ringside, but that was smart there by Grayson Waller, who now takes the high ground in the ring. And well, Oba Femi knows exactly what's going to happen here. The second he gets back in the ring, Grayson Waller's going to take the cheap shot, but Oba Femi's going to get into the ring here, and there we go. Now Grayson Waller on the attack here to Oba Femi. He made up like Grayson Waller, but he kind of denied the smarts there of the Aussie icon. And returns to the midsection here this time. Returns to the top rope this time, I should say. As Grayson Waller looking for the accent, or caught by Oba Femi with another backbreaker there. And I think Oba Femi's getting a little bit pissed off here tonight with Grayson Waller with the antics in this one, looking for an exploder suplex to Grayson Waller and gets all of it there. As Waller now sent into the corner here. As Oba Femi now, a huge European uppercut there. And Oba Femi now looking to dig the boot here into the chest of Grayson Waller with an emphatic stomp as well. And well, Grayson Waller now, I was going to say once again, rolled it to himself, but pulls himself up on the ropes there. As Grayson Waller catches him with the back over there with a huge right hand. And Grayson Waller now, once again with the rope here, gets the axe handle. Now looking for the elbow drop into Oba Femi, who got out of the way of it. Grayson Waller just taking a little bit too long there with the theatrics, and Oba Femi just launches him up in the air and drops him down there with authority. As Oba Femi now hoists up Grayson Waller, looking to just launch him across the ring there. And well, Grayson Waller's in a bad way here. I think Oba Femi's just having a bit of fun here now with Grayson Waller. He knows he's going to win this matchup. But Oba Femi caught with a rake of the eyes there. The referee didn't really see it. And Grayson Waller with a roll through stunner to seal a shocking victory over Oba Femi. But Oba kicks out there. And well, Grayson Waller now, what's he doing here? Grayson Waller going to ringside. And we're getting a steel chair. And like looking to utilise it, we're caught with a fall for a Grace. And Oba Femi goes 2 for 2 here on Monday Night Raw. Defeated Austin Theory, who didn't turn up at ringside here tonight. Doing, well, the right thing, giving Grayson Waller a taste of his own medicine, leaving him high and dry. And well, Grayson Waller used some underhanded tactics in this one and almost got a victory towards the end there with that rake of the eyes to Oba Femi and hitting a roll through stunner. And you can see the roll up here, almost got the job done, but Oba Femi kicked out right there. And what Grayson Waller, may not like the attitude and the tactics, but you cannot deny he uses smarts in this one. And what Grayson Waller, you don't really associate him with it being smart, but tonight he showed that he does a sum of an IQ here tonight in this one with Oba Femi. Using some underhanded tactics throughout this one to almost get the job done, but right here, getting launched for the year was the beginning of the end. But right there was a rake of the eyes, disorientated Oba Femi, then the roll through stunner. Almost got the job done here. This would have been a big upset victory for Grayson Waller, but Oba Femi kicked out. And Grayson Waller was like, nah, I'm going to get a steel chair. But he was caught with a fall from Grace onto this steel chair. So I've got to imagine that Grayson Waller's going to complain that Oba Femi cheated in this one by using the steel chair, which he brought into the ring. So that's on him at the end of the day. And Oba Femi goes 2 for 2. And looks like a big problem for the superstars here. Over on Monday Night Raw. You've got to imagine it's only a short amount of time until Oba Femi is looking to capture some gold here on Raw. And we have some footage to show you that happened moments ago here in the arena between Fatu and, well, Stanislas Lorenzo were exchanging words backstage, and then something sells Jacob Fatu, maybe something Stack said, because he drove him face first through the car window, and The Rock is also in that car, by the way. You can't see him, but Jacob Fatu was about to leave with The Rock. Obviously, The Rock and the Bloodline have been dodging the D'Angelo family and have not defended their tag team titles since taking them off them at WrestleMania. And while Stacks has clearly had enough of waiting around, but the Don, Tony D'Angelo, said that he had a plan just for Stacks to be patient, and that he was working on something. But clearly tonight, Stacks had enough of waiting around and went after Jacob Fatu, which didn't work out for him as he got impaled DDT into the concrete. Let's get back into the action here tonight as Stacks is being checked on backstage by medical staff. Stats, do you care to explain what that was? I was actually in the office with Adam Page trying to get a match scheduled for SummerSlam for the tag team title. I saw you on the screen getting laid out by Jacob Fatu. Do you want to explain what all that was about and why he went behind the Don's back? Actually, yeah, I would explain. So you keep saying you got a plan, you keep saying you got an idea of what we should do, but since WrestleMania you've done nothing. We sat round, we've been disrespected by the Bloodline since they took our tag team titles off us at WrestleMania. We should be going after them. We should be showing them how the D'Angelo family does run things around here. That we're the ones in charge and not them. And well, you just been sat around doing nothing. You keep saying you got a plan, so I went and did things my way. Did things your way here. How did that work out for you? Look at you. Bleeding from the eyebrow. You could have lost an eye getting driven through that car window. You're my underboss, Stacks. I need you around here. You're the main guy for me. And let's not talk about here. I do have a plan, Stacks. So let's go somewhere and talk about the plan and what's next. Because you see, I was trying to get a match scheduled for SummerSlam, and after your actions here tonight, I doubt The Rock is going to give us that match at SummerSlam to what you just tried to do here tonight. And well, after that whole situation backstage with Seth Rollins, Jacob Fatu and Tony D'Angelo, it seems that the D'Angelo family are not on the same page currently, or seeing eye to eye between Stacks and Tony Diaz. Well, the Afro Academy have a tag team action here up next.
Match scheduled for one fall, making their way to the ring, and a combined weight of 486 pounds. Otis and Akira Tozawa, the Alpha Academy.
And well, the Afro Academy have been on a losing streak as of lately, and Karrion Kross has been in the air of Chad Gable backstage, Chad Gable is backstage overwatching this matchup with Maxine Dupree. And what Otis is out here to try and prove to Chad Gable as well as Tozawa that the Afro Academy are still worth keeping together, and that Chad Gable shouldn't ditch them, as Karrion Kross has been trying to get him to do so. And well, at Backlash, Chad Gable challenged Penta for the RC Championship and came up short, but a twist in the tail was Otis accidentally cost Gable the matchup. He distracted Gable at the very end of the matchup when Gable was looking to put it away, which allowed Penta to get back into it as well. The Judgement Day are out here for action. Finn Balor and JD McDonough are their opponents.
Combined weight of 370 pounds.
I mean, you got to imagine that the Judgement Day are one of the teams around here that are looking to get their hands back on tag team gold at some point in the future. And maybe tonight, Finn Balor and JD McDonough are making their case for as to why they should be the challengers for what a bloodline at SummerSlam, as well. It seems like the D'Angelo family have kind of, well, ruined that for themselves with Stacks going after The Rock and Jacob Fatu backstage. We didn't see The Rock, but he was there as we're about to get this tag team match underway between, well, these two great teams, the Alpha Academy and the Judgement Day. And like I mentioned, the Alpha Academy need the victory more than ever as well. Finn Balor just already saying that they've won this match due to them taking on the Alpha Academy. As Balor here trying to take out the tree trunk legs of Otis. That hasn't. Otis, a Pele kick drops. Otis there. Now digging a boot into the midsection. Now just, well, he's mouthing off at Tozawa there. It's Finn Balor. It's Finn Balor, the first ever Universal Champion. Does not manage to really get back to those heights since that injury that forced him to relinquish the title. All this just goes. Otis now spinning around. Well, Finn Balor here and now dropping him down. One very emphatic body slam there. As Otis now looking to drop their head, but Balor out of the way. And Balor now taking the cheap shot to Tozawa. And now back on the attack here on Otis is Finn Balor here. As Balor now turns Otis off the ropes, but Otis ducks the clothesline there. Now has Balor up here, swings him round and drops him down into the cover now. But Balor kicks out. Well, JD McDonough out here alongside. Well, Finn Balor, the man that was trained by Finn Balor, as a punch to the midsection. Rocks Balor there. It's like Finn sent off the ropes and launched up and over the head of Otis, who's, well, going in this one. He's looking back to his best seemingly here tonight. He's looking to prove a point. Like I mentioned to Chad Gable, that carrying cross is not correct. As Balor slips at the back here. A chop block there. It's like Balor here for a Pele kick. Right on the mark and now dropping the elbow to the heart. And once again taking out Tozawa. You may not like the tactics of the Judgement Day, but can I deny it's not smart keeping Otis, the main threat of this tag team, you got to say, isolated in this one. As now a tag team maneuver here looking to be utilised here. Balor forearm by JD McDonough, and JD McDonough looking to fly up and over the top with an elbow drop into the cover now on a big man. And what Otis kicks out to there. As JD McDonough now the legal man in this one here. As JD now looks for a form, but Otis eats it and fires one back there. And Otis looking for the tag to Tozawa here. Can he get it? Yes, he does. Tozawa now the legal man in this one. This is big for the Alpha Academy here. As now looking to crush JD McDonough's head. Looking to celebrate in this one here. And well, that's the theatrics, and well, the crowd pleasing theatrics of the Alpha Academy. That carrying cross is not like a Tozawa looking himself out to ring side to JD McDonough. And that's what Karrion Kross has trying to tell Gable that he needs to focus on himself and not what he calls these two losers in the Alpha Academy as well. Tozawa off the top rope, looking to fire with a headbutt, but JD McDonough out the way there. Now JD looking for a double underhook sit out. Pat bomb here to Tozawa. Doesn't go in for the pinfall, drops the elbow to the back instead. As JD now choking Tozawa here. As the Judgement Day in control of this matchup once again. As the Irish Ace JD McDonough hoists up Tozawa here, looking to swing him round and drop him down. Goes through to the pinfall, but that's rope break there. The referee doesn't see it. But thankfully for the Alpha Academy, Tozawa does kick out of that one there. As Tozawa here hasn't really been able to get going since he came into the matchup here. As JD McDonough with a Spanish fly to Tozawa there. But Tozawa again kicks out. Well, JD McDonough getting frustrated, but needs to stay focused. Needs to listen to Balor. As that JD caught, well, catches Tozawa, I should say, looking for a suplex. Tozawa says not today. And Tozawa now, once again, looking for a huge back suplex there. And flies him with the elbow drop to the back of the head there of JD McDonough. That's Tozawa now. Slams JD down. And drops the senton. And Tozawa getting a bit of revenge for himself there. That's Tozawa now sending, or looking to send. Looking to tag back in Otis here. The big man now back into this matchup here as Tozawa sends him off the ropes at Otis. And him catching with back elbows. And JD's in a bad way here. And all the weight dropping down on the back there of JD Madonna. And you can see Bella back to ringside after being taken up by Tozawa's Otis here. We're looking for the caterpillar here to JD Madonna. If he connects with this one, it could be over here. As Otis with the crowd fired up here. With a caterpillar here. This will be a big victory for Alpha Academy. Into the pinfall. Bella breaks it up. Bella saving a matchup for his team, but now Bella can't get back into this one. It's risen of a pinfall. Bella has to stay at ringside and put his faith in JD McDonough that he can't kick out of it. And JD now. But a DDT. Out of nowhere to Otis. As JD McDonough now hoists up. Impressive strength here. And drops him down. But Tozawa breaks at the pinfall for the Alpha Academy. And Tozawa now, JD McDonough punched there by Tozawa, and JD McDonough is going to take out his frustrations on Tozawa there, but Otis back in it, back up here, the headbutt there. As Otis here, what's he thinking next there? As Otis with JD McDonough hoisted up here, but JD McDonough slips at the back here to steal the victory. But Otis just about kicks out there. And JD McDonough caught by Otis with a huge back over there, looking for the world's strongest slam to JD McDonough. But the Irish saves somehow kicks out there. I'm going to crowd show no appreciation for this great tag team match between these two here tonight. As Otis looking to get Tozawa back in this one after his best shot didn't get the job done. Maybe Tozawa can put this one away as the Irish sent off the ropes with a double underhook. Arm drag there. As JD now rolling to ringside. As Finn Balor now distracting Tozawa, allowing JD to recover at ringside momentarily here. Tozawa gets out to ringside here. And caught by JD McDonough. And with a plan work to perfection here for Finn Balor as JD launches Tozawa around at ringside here now into the LED post there. It's a counter free hit by the referee. That's JD now sending Tozawa once again into the barricade there. As Balor just laughing at ringside here. It's a counter 5 here. As Tozawa sent back into the ring here. And JD stalking Tozawa and flies in with a double roll through feature roll stomp there. Well, JD McDonough, you can imagine he's looking to put this one away at any point here. And JD now with an emphatic Uranagi there. And taking out Otis here. And what is JD McDonough thinking of? JD McDonough, looking for a definite side to Otis at ringside. And we're to the top rope now. As Tozawa looking to cut off. But JD McDonough flies in with a crossbody. Otis taking out ringside there. As now, looking for the Island's call here to Tozawa to put this one away. But Otis is inside the ring to break it up, and now Otis can't get back in the ring to save the matchup for the Alpha Academy. And JD McDonough just allowing Tozawa to get back to his feet, looking for the Spanish Fly for a second time, but Tozawa slips at the back, reverse DDT. And Tozawa now, what's he thinking here? And Tozawa now kick to the midsection, looking for a Shining Wizard to JD McDonough to get the victory for the Alpha Academy. But JD again kicks out there. What a tag team match we're seeing between these two teams. That's Tozawa now. Looking to go to the leg set of Jaden McDonough and keep the man grounded. As Balor again distracting Tozawa. That's Tozawa now. Caught there by Jaden McDonough. Sent into the corner. And we're tagged back to Finn Balor here. As Balor in the ring now. As Balor here. What's he thinking next? Balor. Back suplex to Tozawa. Now looking for a double foot stomp to the arm. As Balor here. Drives the Oba for the midsection. Oh, Balor just allowing Otis to, or just know that it's over here. As Balor here looking for the coup de grace. For connects this one's over here. Balor with the coup de grace. Otis can't get back in to break up the pinfall. And at Judgement Day get the victory. And the Afro Academy once again pick up, I think you can see the face of Otis there at ringside. He knows that tonight was a big opportunity for the Afro Academy to get back in winning ways, to prove to Chad Gable that he shouldn't leave the Alpha Academy. But in the end, Chad Gable, you got to imagine, is backstage just disappointed in the fact that the Alpha Academy did lose it tonight. It was a great showing by Otis and Tozawa, as always, but in the end, the Judgment Day got the victory with the underhanded tactics with Finn Balor once again, distracting Tozawa at multiple points in the matchup, and the same with Otis attacking him. And in the end, the Judgment Day get the victory, and they could be on their way to SummerSlam, maybe the challenge, the Bloodline for the Tag Team Championships, as they will be defended at SummerSlam, as they've not been defended since WrestleMania. So Rock has been using his power to keep the Bloodline from defending the Tag Team Championships, to keep the gold in the Bloodline. The Judgment Day here tonight get the victory, and could be on their way to SummerSlam. Like I mentioned, you've got to imagine that they would love to be the ones to take the gold off the Bloodline to once again become Tag Team Champions here in WWE as well. It was a great match between the two teams. The Alpha Academy brought the fight as always. Whenever they step into the ring, they do bring the fight, but they couldn't get the victory, as a coup de grace here to Tozawa was enough to get a free count and a victory for the Judgment Day here tonight. And it's time for our main event here tonight, a Monday Night Raw, in which Bayley's at Fraction again, making a long way of return last week in the main event. Tonight, who's in action once again, and this matchup will determine who will challenge Lov Morgan for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. And like I said, Bayley made a return last week. As you can hear the crowd, love to see Bayley back in action. And she's back here too. Once again reclaim the top prize in WWE. She's back to dominate the women's division of WWE. It's been a long time since Bayley has been world champion. And that's what she's back here to do. And tonight, she's in a main event number one contendership match to challenge possibly for Lov Morgan's Women's World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. The question is, who will she be facing for the title, or for the title opportunity here tonight? And it's going to be a woman who's been undefeated since making her main roster debut in Roxanne Perez, the Prodigy. Like I said, Roxanne Perez has been undefeated since she made her debut. And she could be the next number one contender to face Lov Morgan for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. And that would be a big opportunity for Roxanne Perez, who obviously came close to winning the women's Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, came so close to doing so. But in the end, Tiffany Stratton managed to unhook the briefcase, and she is the women's Money in the Bank her briefcase holder. Still waiting to cash in that briefcase. She has a whole year to do so. From WrestleMania to WrestleMania, the same with Bron Breakker, who won a men's Money in the Bank briefcase. And well, tonight, it's going to be Roxanne Perez versus Bayley in the main event. The winner goes into SummerSlam to face Lov Morgan for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. And let's get our main event underway here tonight, which promises to be a great matchup. And well, where we go, and Roxanne Perez showing no signs of being scared of obviously one of the 4 horsewomen in Bayley. I see the most experienced woman in this matchup, as Roxanne Perez has not been in the game for that long, but what she has learned is impressive, as we know. Obviously, like I said, she's undefeated here on the main roster. She's making the debut many months ago, and tonight she's looking for her biggest victory yet, looking to put away Bayley to get a Women's World Heavyweight Championship shot. If she can do so, then that'll be a big turning point in the career of Roxanne Perez to prove that she is the future of WWE. And Roxanne Perez now fighting back to a vertical base as Bayley. They're trying to break out the side headlock here by Roxanne Perez, using her experience to try to get out of the hold there. Bayley using the strength here and a drop toe hold there to Roxanne Perez. Well, just asking for more from the young up-and-comer, and Roxanne Perez is going to do so. And then Roxanne Perez is going to back down from a fight, especially with these huge chops here. As Bayley answers back with a huge kick and some chops of her own here. That Bayley sending Roxanne Perez inadvertently off the referee, which opened up momentarily for Roxanne Perez to get back into the matchup, and does so. As Roxanne Perez now looking to roll through and drop her down face first. And Roxanne Perez, the referee, inadvertently getting or crossing the action there and getting in the way of whatever Bayley was looking to do. And now Perez is in control of her main event, but Bayley fights back here, and Bayley looking for that huge axe, and Roxanne Perez out of the way, and Perez with a Lufes press here, running the punches down on Bayley. Now Perez, so what she's thinking now, back to the ground and patting it on Bayley, looking to keep the future Hall of Famer grounded here. As Perez now in control, looking impressive as always, as she has done. He's making the debut, like I mentioned, looking for a huge maneuver here, but Bayley turns it around with a huge clothesline there. And Bayley now off the ropes, so looking for a huge elbow drop, but Perez has done her homework and gets out of the way of that there. Now Perez looking for an abdominal stretcher to Bayley, looking to wear down Bayley here, but Bayley quickly out of that one, using her experience to get out of it with a head scissors. Here by Bayley, looking to roll through and break the hold. It's Bayley now. Perez at the ropes, looking to get what she was looking for last time with a Lufes press of her own head, just ramming the head of Roxanne Perez at the ropes there. Off the mat there, sorry. So Bayley here looking to drop her down on the knee. Now looking for a dragon screw takedown. And now off the ropes, looking for the elbow drop. This time Bayley gets it. And Bayley now went to the cover. And Perez kicks out at the count of 2 low. See, this is a big matchup for both women. Obviously, they're both looking to become Women's World Champion, looking to dethrone Lov Morgan, who sits atop of the throne. And a back rake there by Bayley, showing that she can get down and nasty with Roxanne Perez as well, who likes to fight dirty herself. As Perez now with a drop kick there to the face of Bayley, takes her down. And Perez, what's she thinking here? Perez now with Bayley to the top rope here. And Roxanne Perez looking to go big here, to maybe put this matchup away, looking for a back suplex off the top, high across the neck there of Bayley. That could be enough. Into the cover to head to SummerSlam. But Bayley gets the shoulders up, just about there. And Perez getting frustrated in this one. It's Perez now kick to the midsection, looking for a powerbomb. But Bayley punches to the face here to Roxanne Perez. Now Bayley here, middle of the ring, sending Perez off the ropes here. Caught low this time, looking to work on the arm here, looking for something here is Bayley, but Roxanne Perez fights out of it here. Some punches to the midsection of Bayley. A kick to the midsection, looking for an Impaler DDT. But Bayley just about kicks out once again after the Impaler DDT there, hit to perfection by Roxanne Perez. He's now thinking for something else, something big here now. Calling Bayley back to her feet here. Now Roxanne Perez looking to fire, looking for the Meteora, but no one was home. A harsh landing there. Is that Bayley looking for the Rose Plant to head to SummerSlam? But Perez somehow kicks out there. At 2.99. And Bayley just driving it into the mat there. Now Bayley here, what's she thinking next? She just hit her best shot and it wasn't enough. As Perez now looking at a spinning back kick, gets it off the ropes there, looking to fight, looking for a clothesline. German suplex there by Bayley. Bayley's showing why she's dominated the women's division for a long time, but Roxanne Perez is showing why she's a threat to the top. As Roxanne Perez now fighting out the corner of another huge shot there to Bayley. And Perez here looking for a headless takedown here. The disorientate Bayley there. As Perez now caught by a kick there by Bayley. And Bayley here looking for the Bayley to Bayley to head to SummerSlam. And Perez somehow again kicks out there. Well, Bayley, well, can't believe it herself here. She thought that was enough to get the job done, but Roxanne Perez looking to steal it, sweeping her legs, rolls her up here. And Bayley kicks out there. And what's that? Was that a last gasp effort there by Perez as I climb into the top here? Perez looking for a frog splash. And Bayley somehow again kicks out, and Perez are getting more and more frustrated as this matchup goes along. But need to stay focused. Now looking for a heel hook here, looking to make Bayley submit here, looking to break the ankle and just work on the knee there. It's a huge kick there by Bayley to the face. As Bayley now looking for a guillotine choke to make Roxanne Perez submit this time. Can she do so? And Roxanne Perez, I think, is fading in this one. But can she find a way out of it? Perez breaks the hold, floats over, gets out, and flies in, rolls through, and drops her down face first. And Perez now calling for the ending of this one here. As Perez kicked to the midsection, looking for the Pop Rocks. And somehow again, Bayley stays alive. And Perez now taking issues with the referee's count here, saying that should have been a 3 count. Oh, Bayley's standing out here after the Pop Rocks, just getting back to her feet somehow here though. And Bayley now looking for the huge chop, gets it, axe handle, dodge there. Perez, so that Bayley crashing into the referee. And Perez now, what is Perez doing here? Perez, the brass knuckles to Bayley. And Perez, well, she does not care how she gets the job done. All she cares about is that she gets the title opportunity and possibly walks out of SummerSlam Women's World Heavyweight Champion as Bayley. Well, Bayley's out here on her feet as another Pop Rocks there. And to head to SummerSlam, Perez gets the victory with an asterisk over it after the brass knuckles used in this one to get the job done. Like I said, Roxanne Perez does not care how she gets the job done. All that matters to her is that she does get the victory. And well, what a main event it was up until, well, it was spoiled at the end by Roxanne Perez's actions, these two. But on an instant classic in the main event, showing why they both are worthy of challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. But tonight, Roxanne Perez earns the opportunity. But after the actions of Perez, I don't think Bayley's going to be too pleased that it was put away in that fashion, and maybe will look to get another opportunity against Perez as she cheated to get the victory. She's rightfully, well, she's got rights to do so, as well. Roxanne Perez did not win clean here tonight, but like I said, Perez doesn't care. All that matters to her is that in a few weeks' time she heads to SummerSlam to possibly walk out Women's World Heavyweight Champion if she can defeat Liv Morgan on that night. Obviously, Liv Morgan, with the help of the Judgement Day, will be looking to keep that championship that she stole off Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, who we haven't seen since the Raw after WrestleMania. She was wiped out by Raquel Rodriguez in the parking lot and was put out on the shelf. And right here, Perez thought she had the job done with the first pop rocks to Bayley. And well, you may not like the way Roxanne Perez went about her actions here tonight, but you cannot deny the talent she has. And right here, after the brass knuckles used, a pop rocks in the middle rope was enough. He used the slow count by the referee after getting Bayley thrown into him was enough for Roxanne Perez to walk out victor. We can see the mark on the face of Perez there. There was a war between these two, and Perez ends winning that Raw on top and will be headed to SummerSlam to face Liv Morgan for the World Championship.